Hey y'all, what's up? My name's Jordan and I love watching movies, and then I give my honest review by answering three different categories: the one thing I loved, the one thing I hated, and the one thing I would change about it. Today I'm reviewing Mother with Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem. I think that's his last name. You can correct me if I'm wrong. So with that said, go grab your popcorn, go grab your candy, and let's get this review started. Before we start, I'm just gonna be honest, I hated the movie. Just did not like it. So anyways, let's get going. I do want to preference that the movie didn't really have any character names, so I'm just gonna go off by the actors. Now this movie is about Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem. I think it's Bardem. We're gonna go with Bardem. They're living in this house, and you get maybe 3 minutes apiece before a strange man knocks on the door, and Javier just lets him in and invites him in to talk, maybe have some tea, and he never really asks Jennifer, hey, are you okay if this random man we don't even know comes and visits? And so it just puts Jennifer in a very awkward situation where she's like, okay, fine, I will let him stay for a few minutes. And then those few minutes dragged on and on. They find out that the man thought this was a hotel. And so Javier's like, well, we gotta let him stay. And Jennifer's like, what? But, of course, he says it in front of the man. So Jennifer's kind of forced to be like, sure, there's this random man who we don't know, who could probably kill us, is just gonna stay in our house. And throughout the night, it is a bit weird. You kind of get these freaky vibes from this guy. And then there is a situation that happens where he's just throwing up naked in the toilet, and Javier's there, and Jennifer kind of walks in after waking up in the middle of the night. So that happens, and then the next morning, everyone acts as if that never happened. And then to top it off, the man's wife just appears out of nowhere, and she makes herself welcome at home. And Jennifer's like, what are you doing? This is my house. I never said anyone can stay here. And Javier's like, no, they need to stay. And we just need to be very good hosts. And I'm like, girl, Jennifer, I agree with you. And as the film continues, the house just gets way more chaotic. Situations start happening, and the original couple just starts bringing people to the house. And Javier's like, no, they're going through some things. And Jennifer's like, this is my house. This should not be happening in my house. And I'm like, yeah, I totally agree. Get everyone out. And so eventually she does blow up, and then everyone just leaves the house, and there's just a little bit of peace and quiet. They get pregnant. They're having a great time waiting for the arrival of the baby. And then all of a sudden, Javier just gets super famous because he ends up writing something. And then everyone's showing up to the house again. And oh my goodness, the mass chaos that happens. And all Jennifer wants is everyone to go home. She just wants her home. And that is the premise of the story. I hated it. The one thing that I really loved about this film was the set. I thought the house was beautiful, gorgeous. I would live there. It was this old rustic home in the middle of nowhere. And all they're doing, well, Javier's not doing squat, but Jennifer is getting the house, fixing things up a little bit, making it all nice. And I just really love the house. One of my favorite parts about the house is when there were day scenes, which were not many, but when there were, there was no like curtains or anything, so all the natural light would come into the house and just breathe life in, and it was so beautiful. I loved it. Most of those moments were quite peaceful, but this is a horror film. We didn't get many day scenes, so most of it is at night, and the house is super creepy at night, especially when they're filming. It is just so uncomfortable. how close the shots are because, they want you to feel uncomfortable. And then the house is always creaking and stuff. So you're like, ooh, what's gonna happen? But overall, I did like the setting. The house itself had so much character, and I just love that. The one thing that I hated about the film was the story itself. Oh my goodness. I was so stressed for Jennifer the whole time. I mean, you're having so many people just showing up to your house and just start living in this house. The whole time it was chaotic and you really didn't feel like you can breathe because you're also feeling the stress of Jennifer too, who's just all she wants is everyone to get out of her house. That's all she's wanting, and no one seems to leave. And Javier, oh my goodness, this guy just keeps enabling everyone to stay, and then he never asks Jennifer, hey, what do you want? Oh, you want everyone to leave? Yeah, I'll make that happen. No, the whole movie, he never once really lets people go except for one moment where someone broke his precious little item and then he wanted people to leave. But then once he got famous again, he wanted everyone to stay. It was weird. And to me, what made it so stressful is I love my house being quiet. It also reminded me a little bit of the movie The Apartment with Jack Lemmon, where he just constantly had to leave his house so other people could come to his house to have a little fun with their one night stand. And I was like, dude, why are you doing this? Go to bed. And anyways, I just got so stressed out because I'm like, I would never do that. All right, getting back on track. So another thing apart from me just not liking the story was I just didn't understand it. And as I was looking through Letterboxd, I was seeing quite a few people who were understanding it. And you know what? Good for you. Good for you. I didn't understand it, nor did I even care to understand it because I was so stressed that I just wanted everyone to leave Jennifer's house. Literally, I just wanted them to leave. I was just so focused on my own feelings of feeling stressed because the movie did that to me. Anyways, I just wanted an empty house. That's all I wanted. That's all what Jennifer wanted. The one thing that I would change about this film is have it give a little bit more context to what is happening. And now before you get on your high horse and say, it's art, the director does not need to explain anything about the film. Yada, 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 whatever. I just wish there was a little bit more explaining happening. Okay, so a big part of the film is Jennifer starts seeing things like there's like a black shadow just starting to creep in the house, but it's not like a shadow that just like moves. It's like, imagine this wall and in the middle there's just this black just kind of going like this. So imagine that. The night where that one man shows up for the first time and he's in the bathroom throwing up and Javier is just backing him up like all the sorority girls do at parties. The next morning, when Jennifer asks, hey, how is the old man doing? Javier's like, what are you talking about? When Jennifer asks the old man, like, hey, how you doing? He's like, I'm doing fine. Like nothing happened. And then during the night, Jennifer grabs, like, she has this orange powder that she puts in water and drinks it, and it's supposed to make you feel better. I don't know what it is, and so I wish there was a little bit more explaining to do. Now, I could be super dumb, and most people in the world know what this little orange powder during the movie. I just didn't care too much about knowing what it is. Well, no, I did want to know what it is. I just didn't have the effort to try and figure out what it did or anything. So I just assumed, okay, it is probably helping her out a lot. But so dummy me just wishes that the film told me a little bit more of what that is. And then even towards the end, I'm not going to get into details because I think I'm not going to spoil it this time, but oh my goodness, I have no clue what was happening. And I saw a lot of people in my letterbox just talking about the social commentary that this film brought. And I'm like, okay, clearly there was definitely that happening towards the end, but I still have no clue. Overall, I left the film thinking, what the frick did I just watch? Like, And I didn't even know what to give it on Letterboxd because, first of all, I hated the story. I felt so uncomfortable during it, but I couldn't like not acknowledge how great the cinematography is. The acting was great. The set was great. There's just a lot of incredible elements to the film that just because I didn't like the story, I would then rate it low. And so I just didn't give it any review, little star review. No, that's not getting a star because I'm like, I don't know what to give it. So I didn't give anything. If you ever just want a night to feel uncomfortable, pop this bad boy into your DVD player or streaming services. I don't think it's on the streaming services. Just pop that bad boy in and just have a good time. Go for it. If you like this review, go ahead and give me a little thumbs up. I would love that. And then go ahead into the comments and let me know what film you would want me to review, or if you had a different opinion than I did throughout my little review, go ahead and write that up. I would love to know what your different opinion is. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell over there, wherever it is. Go hit that bell so you don't miss a review. If you want to, I do have Letterboxd, so I'm gonna link my channel into the description so you can go ahead and follow me, kind of get a little sneak preview of what films I'm gonna be reviewing before I actually post them. Yeah, great stuff. But until next time, go stock up on popcorn, like that Kirkland, like 42 pack. Yeah, and then go get your favorite candies, and then I'll see you in my next review.